Right.
I lived, bitch.
Yeah. Speak on it.
So, hello.
Hello.
We're not doing the intro yet.
No.
It's sub 8 minutes. You're not getting shit before 8 minutes. You think just because we're on the couch, anything changes?
Famously, nothing has ever changed on this show.
Not a single thing.
Nothing has ever changed.
You could go watch episode 1, and episode 4. Which one has us in video?
4.
I think it's 4.
I think it's 4.
You know, Dolphin Girls and Turtle Women. I still stand by that being we peaked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Wait, where is it?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
We can play them at the same time, and it's two separate.
Mm-hmm.
I like this.
Nothing changes, but things do occasionally upgrade. Now we have 2 stream decks.
Work. Our mom let us have it. It's great. Take a little sippy. So, honestly, a missed opportunity. I didn't die in the last 2 weeks. Because I'll explain it. But when I was in the hospital all last week. I just got home. I got home and released Friday because my appendix burst, which I moved on a burst appendix, and I didn't complain. I kept my head down, and I did not look like I was doing well. But I did do it.
You did that.
And then we got to the house, and then I was horizontal.
Yeah.
Horizontal.
Famously.
Correct.
The event horizontal.
The event that was me. If you look at actually all of the hype titles, they're prophetic in
They're telling the story.
The lore. But the concept of doing Death of a Podcast for the last one in the studio, and then my appendix bursts, and like I go to the hospital. I remember, I think it was on Wednesday night. We were on the phone laughing, and I couldn't get over the idea of like, what would you do if I had died? Like, you have to do one last episode,
Right. I have to go on. I'd put the moosh moosh up.
Which is, everyone knows, is like bad sign.
Right.
Yeah.
They know something's wrong.
I do remember what you said. It got me fucking almost pissed my pants.
Wait, what did I say?
She lived. She served cunt. She died.
Oh my god.
Oh god, if only.
Yeah.
Anyway, I lived, so that's fine. But yeah, so I was in the hospital for a week.
You know what I would have named that episode, the final one where I had to announce your death?
Which one?
After Death of a Podcast, which was the prior one. So like, I don't read comics usually, but I know that when the first, and I could be wrong, so if there is someone who likes comics better than me, don't yell at me.
First of all, there isn't. You're the biggest comic book fan of all time.
Which is crazy because I'm not a big fan, so like really reflects poorly on comics that I'm the best they've got.
Yeah.
So like when the original like Robin died, that one was called Death in the Family. And then later, Joker did like a thing where he like pretended he killed all of them, all the Bat family, and so then it was Death of the Family.
Oh.
So we had Death of the Podcast. Then the next episode, if I had to announce your death, I would have called it Death in the Podcast.
Death in the Podcast? Oh, no. God, and then...
Only because I think YouTube would take ire with me writing, she served cunt and she died.
But like, that's what happened, though. Like... I mean, I would have fulfilled all of my goals, like all of my dreams, and like I gotta say, like, life well lived. Granted, I'm a lot happier to be alive. Gotta say, but it was an experience being in the hospital.
Yeah, at length.
Yeah, the worst part of it was that like, so I distinctly remember. I had like, so Friday night I did a stream where I was like starting to pack and stuff, and I like wasn't really feeling well. I wonder why. It's almost as if I was like dying from the inside and being poisoned from my own body. I have my sack. I got my tubes still in. You know, I always got that nasty fucking thing on me.
Is that the septic tank?
This this is my septic tank. There are many like it, but this one is mine. I drain it every day. It's disgusting. My favorite part. My favorite part is when I don't tuck my tubing. So when you don't tuck, you get caught.
Famously.
True. And getting caught on small doorknobs, getting caught in the car where the little metal piece that your door would latch to.
Yes.
I got caught on that one. Very painful because it feels like it's ripping out of my body, making me go.
Right.
I go.
I was there one of the times when it caught. It wasn't quite like.
Are you sure?
It was more like
fuck, fuck. And then I went to bed. I don't even think I came out and saw you guys.
You did not, and yeah.
You guys heard, and then just snooze.
Something like that.
I mean, anytime like stub your toe. It hits different. It was an experience, but they had me like the last thing that I had eaten was half. Yeah, I wish.
Way to go out by going in.
Eating butt and butt and eating. But
my favorite
butt and eat
reinterpretation of Bert and Ernie. Butt and eat.
Butt and eat. On a Sesame-free Bun Street. A Kaiser Street. We could do like Ciabatta Road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ciabatta Mountain Rocky Road or something. I don't know.
Brioche Boulevard.
Oh, that one's good. Pumpernickel Parkway. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Rye Road.
So the last thing you ate?
The last thing I ate was
ass.
Half of ass. No,
just one cheek.
A quarter cheek. Quarter cheek, medium rare. Taken outside. No, I had half of a McDonald's breakfast sandwich, and I distinctly remember Jordan going, "Hey, was someone eating this?" I was like, "Yeah, but like you could just toss it because it's been like a few hours now." And I remember that moment very vividly because I'm like, that was my breakfast.
Right.
But like there's too many people in the house now. Like it was chaotic.
Yes.
So not a big deal. That was the last thing I got to eat for like 6 days.
Yeah.
Because they had me on a clear liquid diet.
Yeah.
And
does bubbly count if you don't put Mio in it?
Actually, well, one of the few things I did get to enjoy was Pepsi.
Okay, but that's not clear.
Unless
it's Pepsi Crystal.
Look, I could order it.
Oh.
And so I ordered it.
It's cleared to me that I need this to get me right.
Well, here's the thing is that I didn't get to have that until like Wednesday.
Okay.
So
my dudes.
Correct. So Monday, well, okay, so
the lore of the hospital stay is surprisingly deep.
It really is. It's not gonna. I'm not gonna make it too deep, but there is some like funny notes of like just some good mental imagery. For example, Sunday, Sin gets home, and I was like, hey, I was like, fuck, I gotta make a spare key because like I want to go to bed. I'm in pain. I didn't know my appendix had ruptured because I'm a dumbass. Because everyone's like, you'll know. Well, I didn't.
Right.
I had assumed it was probably my appendix. But they say you know.
Right.
I think I have a much higher pain tolerance than I realized because like I schlepped my ass to fucking Home Depot and made spare keys and so that I could like, you know, do the whole little put it in the mailbox. Just drop a little thing in there. And so Sin just opens the door to my bedroom and sees me just sweaty and like sprawled out dying.
Lucky.
He's like, "Are you good?" And I'm like, "No,
I've never been."
They're like, "You should go to the hospital." I was like, we should see how I feel in the morning.
Mood,
Because I don't want to get up. It didn't dawn on me until about Thursday night that, like, Sin could have walked on me fucking dead in there, which, like, mood. Keep them on their toes.
Yeah.
Look, I surprise people. Work. Not funny.
Hey, Stinky!
Me, my corpse.
Stinky.
We'll get to the smell.
Okay.
So fast forward, I go to urgent care, and I pay $75 for them to say, go to the hospital.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I guess I'll listen to you. Go to the hospital. Within 30 minutes, I'm in a hospital bed at room 111.
Oh.
Which felt very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's a good number. It's an angel number. I'm protected here.
Touched by the angels.
No, I was in hell, to be clear.
Right. Well, fallen angels.
Yeah. Angels are angels. Doesn't matter. Acute
All
or
angels
obtuse.
are angels.
All angels are angels. So they were like, hey, like, you can't have anything in your system. I was like, well, I haven't, like, I had 2 Dorito chips.
Right.
And I could not even really stomach those.
And they said that was too many.
Correct. And that, like, they gotta do whatever. They gotta check me out and do all the scans.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until, like, Wednesday that they put the drain in, I think, or late Tuesday maybe. I don't know. Time's like a blur.
Mm-hmm.
But they had me on, like, you can't drink any water. Like, I couldn't have anything.
Right.
So I committed crimes.
Okay.
Because I'm in a sickening amount of pain.
Sickening.
Sickening. Do you know how, like, fucked up it is in your head to be perfectly hydrated, yet, like, a dry Sahara?
Smell.
Yeah, like, because, like, I haven't had any liquid. And, like, I'm, like, crying to the nurses. I'm like, I can't have any water. And they're like, no, because, like, they got to look at it in the morning. Like, the surgeon's got to see it. And, like, you got to have it clear. I'm like, okay, fine. So they'd be like, they were like, hey, so here's, like, your pills. Like, here's some acetaminophen. And here's, like, a little bit of water. And I went, like, I just
threw the pills and chugged the water. And that's it. Now you got to bring me more.
Yeah, pretty much. And they're like, well, you're not supposed to drink all of it. And I'm like, you shouldn't have given it to me.
You shouldn't have given me the whole cup then.
I literally said that. I said, you shouldn't have given it to me then. And they're like, that's fair. So
he got us there.
And, like, I'm like, what are you going to do? You going to take it out of me?
Pump.
You can't. Oh, well, they could. They'd make me wait longer. I ended up, like, throughout the night, like, when they would come, I'm like, I like, looked at the nurse, and I'm like, would it be okay if I took a single sip? Like, when they say don't drink water.
Could you wipe a wet sponge on the inside of my mouth?
So they brought me sponges. They actually did bring me sponges.
Oh, no.
So that I could, like, wet my mouth.
I was kidding.
No, they weren't.
Oh, no.
We haven't gotten to Wednesday yet.
Wait.
Wednesday. Wait. And like, I ended up being like, I was like, okay, so when they say you can't drink water, what they mean is, like, you can't just be drinking water all day.
Right. No chug-a-lugging.
Yeah. And I'm like, look, I'm dying. And, like, as a human, I need to have a single sip. Is it going to fuck me up if I do that? And they go, no.
Right.
And I'm like, what if I just, like, took both the pills real quick, but I still drank the amount that I would to take both pills? Like,
we've entered the negotiating phase.
You ever negotiate for a single sip of water and win? Because I did.
Yeah.
And it was great. I got to have a couple sips throughout the night. Because granted, I couldn't get more than about 40 minutes of sleep without waking up. So, like, every hour on the hour, I'm awake for a moment, stuck in a bed that is getting sweaty because, like, my body's not happy. I start stinking. And it's, like, too hot, but I can't move to make it too cold. Oh, yeah.
Police and the fireman.
And I'm just, like, out here, like,
Hey, Stinky!
They don't let me do any of that. Then they make me take I forget what it's fucking called. I had to.
Wellbutrin.
No, oh God, that was back when I worked at the hotel. No, so they needed to like see my insides,
Oh.
and so I had to like drink this fluid.
Piss.
Kinda. It looks like piss, and it tastes like lemon lime Gatorade. And I know that because afterwards I got a lemon lime Gatorade and I went, "This is disgusting. I will never drink this again," because it tasted like this. I don't know, whatever it is, it makes it so that when you go through the MRI machine, it like lights you up like a Christmas tree.
It's the radioactive stuff.
Yeah, the Godzilla piss, more or less. I had to like, they're like, okay, you have to like, your thing's gonna be in about 2 hours. You need to drink this whole thing in that time. And I said, so I need to drink a quarter of it every 30 minutes.
Right.
And they're like, yeah, I mean, it just needs to be like spread out. And I'm like, okay, but I'm not gonna remember to keep sipping it this whole time. I'd rather slam a chunk of it every time.
Yeah.
I don't know if that worked,
Okay.
but I didn't have to go again.
So it couldn't have been that bad.
No. And like, there's no rules. And they don't know. They don't know what they're doing.
There's no laws when you're drinking claws.
Not a single law. Every single time that they come in, well, first of all, I had my Disneyland bracelet, which had like my name and date of birth on it.
Right.
But then they come in and
your
ask
park
me.
hopper ticket.
Yeah, they scan it every time. Like I'm like, hey, I need pain meds. They're like, no problem. Scan.
And it does the little Disneyland like noise.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know fast passes.
No.
Yeah, they got rid of those, which kind of sucked. A little cringe, if you ask me. And it wasn't fun. There was no fun. And like, I could watch TV, but do you want to know how you hear the TV? Through the little like call button thing is a little speaker. And I'm like, I said no. And I just turned the TV off. And I'm like, I sat in silence for the majority of the time because it was better than listening to that. Or like I'd play like something off my phone and just like listen to it. Because like I didn't have the mental capacity to be like on my phone because I'm tired. So like every time I put my phone down, like I have to turn.
Right.
And it hurt.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't be messaging people.
Right.
I want to. That would be nice. Why don't I have just an interface? Why can't I just, why isn't the future here? No.
Future is now.
No, it's not.
No.
The future is later.
Yeah.
And you know what's now? The present. Because I'm the gift.
My presence is a present. Kiss my ass. Gossip.
Gossip. The bottom! And ultimately it was fine, except that the one surgeon came in and he goes, all right, Travis. And I went, I'm never going to let you forget that. And I didn't. He then cleared me on Thursday to have like non-clear food, or like I could actually eat food just after I had ordered breakfast. So I was a little pissy about that personally.
Right.
And ultimately they were like, okay, well, if you're draining less than 30 milliliters a day in a 24-hour period, we could actually just like get the drain out and like and take it out. So on Wednesday over Thursday, I drained apparently like 200 milliliters.
Okay.
Thursday into Friday, it looks like I only drained about like 30.
Okay.
Maybe 40 at most.
Okay.
But the night nurse, like the doctor had told me, don't let it dangle, just like put it up on the bed. So one of the night nurses just like, she knew that she was supposed to drain it, but she couldn't see what she was supposed to drain. So she was like, okay, whatever, I guess. So she just didn't drain it. They didn't log it or anything. So that's why they ended up ultimately sending me home. And I'm like, so because she couldn't see the drain, she couldn't ask me. I was never awake, apparently.
Right.
And I'm just like, right.
Right.
Like, no, you're supposed to drain. There's a drain. You could wake me up for that. Like, I'll tell you. And now I'm like, is that why I had to come home for a week with this stupid drain in my fucking side?
For want of a night nurse.
For want of a night nurse. And I'm draining the last few days 20 milliliters, 18 milliliters, 10 milliliters.
I've never even seen a 13 milliliter.
No, I haven't. God damn it, I fucking have it, and I won't. And it's annoying. And apparently, when I go back, I have an appointment on Friday. They'll take it out, which I guess they just yank it out. And not my appendix, the drain.
Yeah.
And then I believe it's an elective surgery to get the appendix removed, or it could disintegrate, or they could leave it. That's what Work Jordan was saying.
I'd maybe go with what the doctor says.
Correct, which is going to be removing.
Some of the prior things that you've told me about this work person's
opinion is trash.
Well, their particular understanding of how this appendix situation has and will gone down has not been accurate to your experience.
Correct. Like, I'm built different.
Right.
And I stay different.
And that's tea.
It's tea. Hello.
Hello.
And welcome to the Hell Yeah Couch Cast. You went over the
couch.
It's the couch cast.
Couch cast.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
Period.
So that's what I did last week.
That's pretty sick.
What'd you do last week?
Work.
Is that it? Is that the show?
Welcome back. Nothing ever changes.
The topics are the same.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Work has been shitty for you.
Work and moving.
Yeah.
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 Right.
Yeah.
I got to take a shower at the hospital.
Okay.
And that was a bliss.
Was it a big shower?
It was big for me.
And that's big for
big for you. This is big for Jessica. Actually, it probably would have been big for Jessica.
Well, Jessica's quite small.
Yeah. Well, I had been laying in that bed. I think I got to take a shower on Thursday.
Okay.
And I hadn't showered since Friday. So I'm ripe. I'm disgusting.
Hey, Stinky!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Me. Every time they come in, the nurses. And it really got to me, in particular on Thursday, where I'm tired of waking up in a sweat. I've got 85 blankets on top of me.
Yeah.
Because I'm so cold. But then
also
I get
sweat.
You understand. And then the mattress on the bed got disconnected, and so it kept sliding down every time I went up. So I was shrimping in the bed. I had back pain, and finally I was like, "Can I take a shower?" And they were like, "Well, we can give you some washcloths, and you could just wipe yourself down." And I'm like,
That wasn't what I asked.
"That's not what I asked. I'm like, Sin, come bring me clothes.
Right.
I want to take a shower today."
My peach Bellini candles back.
Exactly. I took them back. That shower was one of the most heavenly experiences of my life. Yeah. I felt like a blue ribbon, I felt like a blue ribbon hog pig.
Yeah.
Getting ready for market, getting hosed down and
right.
looking good. I felt free. And it was nice. I mean, I still had my sack.
Yeah.
Dangling, and I had to be careful not to get it too wet, but I'm like, it's gonna get wet. That's just what's happening.
There's water here.
Exactly, and just
sometimes water happens.
Sometimes my wet.
Oh.
Oh no! Oh no! I got a little wet. It's unfortunate.
Oh no!
And yeah, but overall it was a fine experience.
Yeah.
I would rate my stay at the hospital 0 out of 10. I didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
I rate my service fine.
Travis.
Yeah. Well, so my boy Wyatt, though, he hooked me up with some Grammy crackies.
We love that.
Oh, I did love them. They were single package, so there was 2 graham crackers in each one. And he goes, hey, so we have a bunch of snacks if you want some. I'm like, what do you got? He goes, well, we got graham crackers. I'm like, those. And he goes, do you not?
Would you like to hear further options?
I said no, straight up. That's exactly how that conversation went. And he was a bit taken aback. I'm like, no. I'm like, that works.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just need something to snack on a little bit. And yeah, I will miss being able to be Actually, I do have one more complaint. I don't miss this because I remember the problem.
Okay.
I didn't like having to justify my actions to the nurse's station.
Okay.
So I was told by AppleCare
AppleCare.
that I could come in and see someone at the Genius Bar.
Uh-huh.
I was told they're like, hey, if you are starting to feel pain, and it's at even if it's at a 4 or 5, say something because we want to manage that pain.
Yeah.
You don't want to wait and have it get worse.
Right.
So not a problem. Cool, great, good. Well, half the time when I hit the little button, I go, hi, I'm feeling a bit of pain. Could I get some of the pain meds? And they're like, why? I'm like, because it's about at a 4. So I started to how much information could I give them,
Right.
so that they don't question me,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm scamming them or something. Y'all told me it was available,
Yeah.
so I'm like, hey, I'm my pain's starting to flare up. Could I get some pain meds? And they're like, how bad is your pain? I'm like,
Bad enough to call.
I'm like a 5. They're like, and you said you need pain meds? Yeah. I just want to go to bed.
Yeah.
I want to go back to eat.
Yeah.
And they just, it happened 6 or 7 times. Not every night, but most nights. I'm like, why do I have to fight for this? Why? It doesn't matter what I say. If I just say, hey, just need some pain meds,
Mm-hmm.
it was riddled with questions. If I gave them all of the information, it was then questioned I'm giving them too much information.
Right. What are you trying to hide?
And I'm like, I just want you guys to go, okay,
Yeah.
sending your nurse in. I just do it right on my right in between my toes. And actually, they kept trying to put veins in my right arm, they kept trying to put veins in there, and I said I got too many.
Yeah. It's full.
It's full. Apparently, my veins go in weird ways. They don't my veins actually are different, and do
Veins
not-
built different.
Yeah, that's an actual comment one of the nurses made. They're like, yours don't go the direction that most people's go, and I'm like, they don't know me. But they fucked up 3 or 4 times on my right arm.
Yeah.
Then they went over to my left arm and fucked up twice more. Once trying to do the back of my hand, and then I'm just just don't fuck up my tattoos too much, please.
Yeah.
This one would have been better.
Yeah.
This blank. And yeah. So anyway, that's why the couch cast was a week late.
Sorry.
I mean, not we're consistent.
No.
We should be.
We had been for a while,
Mm-hmm.
but then life in various forms took a real hot dumpy.
Yeah, but that's also communication and all of that, which is becoming better.
Yeah, right.
Right. And but yeah, hopefully back to weekly Monday, Tuesday, something like that uploads.
Yeah.
We probably could just schedule it to come out on Tuesdays, and that always gives us the buffer day.
Uh-huh.
You know? And who knows? Life's crazy. Birthday's the same day you were born. And yeah. Yeah, hospital sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost just said, you see the new Crash Bandicoot game, but I don't even think there is one.
I doubt it.
Just gamer hours, baby.
So
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate is not getting any DLC, and Larian Studios is not making Baldur's Gate 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's news.
I don't think either of those things are bad, but apparently some people on the internet felt that way. So Paul, friend of the channel,
Oh, yeah.
had to
Mr.
step in
Toss.
to
Lay down the law.
he had to calm everybody back down. He had to sort of lay it out there of why it makes sense.
Well,
Because a lot of people don't know that Baldur's Gate 3, like it's not just like based on D&D. It's literally like partially owned by Wizards of the Coast.
Oh yeah, they have a say in it.
Yeah, and so like now Larian Studios gets to make like their own game with no, oversight from a group like that. So that's what they're excited for.
Yeah, well, because like Divinity, like I think it was like their own IP, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which was really good. Divinity Original Sin 2,
Deluxe edition.
or Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition.
Definitive edition. That's it.
Definitive Edition. You got to say the government name.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Baldur's Gate 3's been amazing, except for our fuck up run where we just
which one?
Well, we literally went into Act 3, immediately killed one of the one of the coolest characters.
Yes, spoiler alert. Don't, just because it does let you kill someone, it almost could make you think that you should. Sometimes that's not the thing to do.
Yeah,
because the game's not really designed for you to do so.
Well, like, why do we gotta meet him so early into Baldur's Gate?
Right. And why does it so like easily telegraph that we can be like, no, dude, you fucking suck. And it's like, sick.
Die.
Fight.
Yeah, like I didn't like.
But then also the fight was winnable.
That's what got us.
Like it should have been like curb stomp hour, like destroy our lives, and we would have been like, okay, clearly this is the wrong path.
Yeah.
But instead, it was just like, okay, you've unlocked a demented form of speedrunning Act 3. Enjoy.
Yeah, there you go. And so mild spoiler. Well, I guess big spoilers, but there's
not exactly a spoiler.
Well, basically, if you kill Gortash right away when you see him, one, you miss out on getting to deal
all
with
of
him.
Act 3.
All of Act 3,
basically.
and like being in the city and like having like, oh, there's shit going on, because we just tended to kill whatever's in front of us if killing presents itself as a viable option. We didn't necessarily murder Hobo.
He's a bad guy.
But is he a bad dude?
I mean, he was not a cool person. And
No.
so then, we all were like, yeah, say fuck him. And so we did. And so he went, fuck me.
No.
All of you will die. And then we said, no.
Yeah, which
So we
is
killed
a
him.
mood. Like, he really said, like, I'm not taking your shit. Okay, then die. But not realizing that means that for the rest of the game, the Steel Watchers will kill you on sight.
Yep.
Or will attack you on sight.
Yep.
You cannot
Disable them in any way.
because you locked yourself out of it. And at that point, we were like, okay, well, like we did like 2 more little side quests. Like, haven't found Damon, haven't found half of our allies, haven't done any of that. And then we did the other murder shit.
Yep.
And then it's like, okay, now it's like, hey, okay, it's time to end the game. And it's like, but we still have so much of the map to discover. It's like, it's time to end the game.
The game just keeps being like, the game is over. End the game. And we're like,
please make your way to the front of the game.
3. And they're just like,
I don't care.
the game ended 15 minutes ago. So if you could take your final purchases up to the front.
Oh my god. The Baldur's Gate will be closing here in about 15 minutes. So please, do any of your last ditch things that you need to do. Just cross your T's, dot your I's, that kind of thing. And I'm glad that we had an hour-long discussion about how to fix this, which was, oh sweet Jesus, 3 saves away from having that autosave gone, or the quick save gone.
It was almost disaster.
We have played since then.
Yes.
Yeah, we did a whole session where we just respect.
Where we all respect and tried to get new armor and then said, okay.
Okay.
And then, and we have not proceeded since.
Correct. I think because I moved, I was in the hospital.
Yes. It's been things upon things upon things.
Oh, could we actually play tonight? Oh, because Josh was out of town last week, too.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that was a good time. I'm glad I scheduled
You scheduled your hospital disaster at a good time.
Yeah. I burst my appendix.
You burst on the scene.
Mm-hmm. My little intestinal dingleberry. Just a little guy. He's just hanging out there. It hurts. Do you ever just have a little guy that hangs around and hurts you? Is it me? Anyone just cause you pain? I'm like a poison. Tee. I don't know. I don't want to say that I'm mad at you.
Mm-hmm.
But I was really looking forward to the little squares on the microphones.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well, you should have seen them when you grabbed the Wobbuffet and the Jigglypuff.
I did not. Actually, you know what?
So?
For a brief second, I did think about it. I was like, are they in here? And I'm like, no, because like none of the recording equipment is. So I'm like, okay, it must have just been like the light accoutrement, and that should be good. But no.
But that was not so, Ellen.
No, it wasn't.
We're invited.
No. I lost my shit. So, Kale and I finally finished book club.
Okay.
The 13 books. Summer 2023 summer book club finally finished in March of this year. And a very fun like 2-hour video of like us like discussing the last book, and then we did like we made a point to do an ad break for a self-inserted ad that we pre-recorded, and I said I'll splice it in later, not knowing what hell would await me.
What awaited you?
Because how it's a 1-minute clip. How bad could it be?
How bad could it be? How hard could it be?
Then we did like a full award ceremony where we like did our like we ranked everything. It was a lot of fun. It's definitely worth just like throwing on in the background, entertaining if you want to go check that out. I went to go like splice in that little like pre-recorded like ad thing that we had done like the week before. I render the video. It takes 2.5 hours to render. Mm-hmm. It says, okay, you're done. I'm like, oh, okay. I go to open up the file. It's a single file that's 24 bytes. I open it and it goes, oh, sorry, I don't know. And I'm like, what do you mean? How? So I did it again. Same thing. Did it a third time. Same thing. Did it a fourth time. Same thing. And I said, Kale, we're not getting an ad. So there's just a part where it says, here's an ad break, and then it just keeps going. And it's like
those podcasts that I watch where they go like, let's cut to a break.
Mm-hmm. I think we did change. So like we changed outfits for the award ceremony, but yeah, definitely there just is no ad. But it is because the next project we're working on is the Twilight Book Club, which will be very fun going through the Twilight books and whatnot, since Kale has a lot of opinions on those. Mm-hmm. So I ended up just saying, fuck it, I'll just upload it. And then I went into the hospital, so I haven't been able to upload it till I got my computer set up yesterday, which was a pain in the ass. Yeah, because that wasn't fun, by the way. When I got home, I got home from the hospital and realized, oh yeah, everything's still exactly where we left it. Yeah. Because like I haven't been home to empty it, and I'm like, man, why didn't Sin put all my shit away? I was in the hospital. Yeah. And I'm like, because you're not a princess, baby. And I'm just like, it'd be a lot cooler if I was. So that's been kind of fun.
It's been
1 week in the hospital. My boy Wyatt was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he talked to me about Pokemon a little bit. Graham Cracker Wyatt. Yeah, my GCW. He was one of the real ones. Marsha was good too. Marsha, exactly. the one and the same. It was her actually.
In fact, as a matter of fact.
Absolutely.
Bit of a career change for Marsha.
You know what? It worked though. You know, Marsha was nice. Marsha was the only one who like when she would come in with a cart, she was like, "Hey, so like
anything off the trolley, dear."
I'll take the loss. She did bring me chocolate pudding cups when I was on the clear liquid diet.
Oh,
and I'm like,
that's not clear.
I don't give a shit. Hey, you don't listen. No. I just saw you flash four lights. I'm talking to that.
Oh, he's having a good time.
Yeah, I bet he is. He's getting ready. He's like, ooh, these targeted ads are gonna be so.
Ooh, AdSense. Ooh.
I was so excited for Lytton Community Day to get a shiny.
Yeah.
Instead,
I did not get a shiny.
I didn't even open the fucking game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I slept on hardwood floor instead.
Yeah.
For fun. Just for tee.
Just for shiggles.
Yeah. For shafts.
Shigglypuff.
Jiggly shark. No. Wab.
Wow.
Web of feet.
Wow.
Web of feet.
Wow.
Web of,
Wow.
web of foot with the feet. Web of foot by the foot. But I figured the Pokemon would be nice little addition to the set.
Jigglypuff.
He gets you. Hongshu.
Oh my god, the sleep power worked.
Gosh. A
What
little
is
bit.
this? Why am I being attacked? I'd like to be left alone.
Name one time. You can't.
12:30. That's the time.
Yeah, it is.
That's the time.
That's not.
It's not this time, but
Okay.
it's a time.
You're right.
You said name a time.
I did. That is true. Wait.
Every time, I know I've said this,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll just keep on repeating it.
Okay.
Because if there's one thing this podcast is about, it's about saying the same things.
Uh-huh.
When I get a notification, I'm mad. My instant thought, any noise that comes out of this little device,
Mm-hmm.
except for a single notification sound, there's just one that I'm okay with.
Yeah.
Any other one, I'm mad. And my brain, like my immediate thought, full coherent sentence is, I want to be left alone.
Yeah.
Period.
Period.
Point blank period, poo.
Yeah, right.
Like, yeah.
Every time it's not the one you want,
Yeah.
but when it is. Hey.
Yeah. Like,
See, I get it.
I just want to, like, every day I have, like, fantastical ideations of just throwing this phone into a lake, but then also somehow still being able to play Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Perhaps on a tablet.
Like airplane mode almost, or do not disturb.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. I feel like I would rather sometimes I would rather receive a text than a Discord message,
Okay.
which functionally there's not much of a difference. I actually have a lot more options messaging through Discord.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I open up a Discord message, I have to go look at all my other Discord messages. Whereas with a text, I can just respond.
Yeah.
And I haven't wanted to, like, I'll go days where, like, I haven't, like, checked my messages. Not because I don't want to respond to somebody, but because, like, I'm like, oh, yeah, I need to still, like, respond to that. Or, like, I'm like, oh, I have a couple messages in there. That's going to take some energy. I'll get around to it.
Yeah.
And then I don't for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, why does no one message me? I'm in the hospital.
I'm here all alone. Why does no
Why
one
don't
talk to
people
me?
just call me, even if they don't have a means to? It would be easier. Like, why can't I just have the phone part of the cell phone just in my head? But, like, I could still mute it, and I don't get then it's in notifications in your head.
Notifications on your head.
Notifications. We have notifications in your head at home.
Notifications in your head.
It's just the volume up. Unless the vibrates are different.
Oh.
You can set the different vibration for everything.
Mm-hmm.
I won't go through and do that because it takes way too
Certainly
much
not.
time.
Certainly not.
If
Love that that's an option, though.
If you could delete a notification sound, which one would it be, and why is it the Outlook sound?
It's the Outlook sound.
Yeah.
How could it not be the Outlook sound? Ooh, I mean, close second is the Teams sound.
Is there a Teams sound?
I think so.
Oh, it's like
It actually just does like
pop.
yeah.
There's a pop.
And there's a particular person of whom you know who cannot just send a complete thought in Teams to me. Has to hit enter at the end, not even at the end of every sentence. That's far too charitable. At the end of about every third word. So it's like if I get a Teams notification and then I get a second Teams notification, I'm like, okay, I know who it is, and now I'm in for the long haul because I'm about to get, literally no exaggeration, 9 of these back to back to back.
Oh, that's too many.
Yeah, because she can't just like get the thought out. I'm like, stop pressing enter. Stop pressing
And
send.
it's not like they're like
Stop it.
separate full thoughts.
Nope.
Because I'm bad about that, I will admit.
A single like bang bang, like that's okay. Or if we're like riffing real quick, like haha, having a good time, like even like a 1 2 3 maybe if it's really right.
It's like a
it's pushing it, but if it's right, it's right.
I'm like ba. Like a lot of times for me I'm riffing on my own riff.
Right.
And so it's like, no, you're there. It's annoying, but at least you're getting them ding ding.
Also, the subject matter completely matters.
I guess,
like,
yeah.
If it's coming from a friend, if it's a text, if it's not a Teams notification about like a work issue, or even worse, someone from work trying to talk about not work when I don't like that person.
Oh.
And I don't want to talk to them about anything unless I absolutely have to.
Yeah.
It's like, stop it. Please stop.
Get some help.
Like, do not we're not friends. Do not message me.
We aren't.
Message me about work-related things, or actually just don't ever message me at all.
questions.
That part, I'm like, don't tell me good morning. Don't say good morning to me. Don't say GM to me, because that would take too long to write out good morning. Do not message me GM, enter, and then can I ask you a question, enter, and then proceed to ask me the question.
No, you write a big wordy one. You go good morning. You go good morning, insert person. Do you know where my pins are? And but like as one big long sentence.
Right.
So it's one message, because it's like, I'm going to give you everything that I need to know, or everything that I need you to know right away. Now, it's not like it's like, oh bitch, I got tea. And then I'm going to be like,
that would
because then that is a perfectly acceptable reason to annoyingly piecemeal, because you're trying to build interest.
Right.
Like, ooh, bitch, you wouldn't believe.
Like back in the day when I'd be doing bits to you, when I'd be like, could I, but if
The
I,
Skyblogs?
but could I, if
if this, then that.
Yeah.
Of course.
This bitch, I just thought of something that I need to talk about.
I want to hear
this bitch, the bitch of whom
the
you
song
know.
of your piss. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So.
Period.
I was in the office and I had to encounter this person in person again. Yes. And annoying as ever, constantly hounding about stuff. So annoying. I can't. Oh, this person just grinds my gears.
They get some sand in your craw.
Indeed. And so then the next day, I still have to be in the office. This person does not have to be in the office. This person messages me on Teams right before
Gay.
Right before a team meeting that we're all going to be in.
Not a Teams meeting.
No. Right before a team meeting that we're all going to have to be in. And says to me, like, GM,
good morning.
Can I ask question?
No.
What? Just something I've been thinking about.
What?
Are you going to be a father soon? Our team meeting is in 4 minutes at this point.
No, but I'm a daddy.
This bitch asks, are you going to be a father soon? What? And I just messaged back, what? No capitalization, no punctuation, no nothing. Just, what?
What?
What? Yes.
Why?
That's what I'm wondering. And so I literally was like, what?
Just... That's an HR complaint.
It should be. And then, like...
I'm not joking, bitch.
So I proceed to, she...
Mercy Hospital.
Well, I wish. I fucking wish. So she, keeps explaining that... Huh?
That would be fun.
It would be fun. So she, keeps on going as if I have not even said what, just continues to like message.
What?
Because she's not looking. She's just typing and pressing enter over and over and over again. And she's like,
she does her little key taps and her little,
because she's
not wearing shoes in the office.
Exactly. And because she's just like, and she's just like going on this like mini rant where she's like, in our last team meeting or whatever, you know, when we had to do our check-in, you said that like, you know, there was you were like busy, you know, in your personal life or whatever. So, you know, I was just wondering, like, I was just trying to think of things that would be keeping you busy. And so one of the things that came to mind would be like, you know, that you could have a child on the way. And I was like,
I heard it on Amazon.
And again, I'm just like, what? Like, why?
Yeah, right.
I'm like, why would you think that? Why would you ask that?
Why would you even ask?
Why would you even ask? Like, what is this? It was just demented. So I was like, no, I am not.
Yeah. Why would you even ask?
Why would you even ask? I'm like, no.
As a great callback to the original Couchcast, episode 1 of the OVA.
The movies are back.
The boys are back on Garage. I honestly just can't. Like, what does she think your guys' relationship is?
She thinks we're friends just because we've worked together for 6 years. She's wrong. She's dead fucking wrong. I can't fucking stand her. I'm cordial because, like, there's no need to be rude to anyone.
We are not friends.
No off-topic questions.
Really not, though. Like, and I think that's why she thinks we're friends, is because, like, I'm not unkind to her because, like, I'm just not that. That would be unprofessional. Like, there's no need. Like, she's annoying, but I don't think she's, like, an evil person or something.
There's no need for hostility.
So, yeah. So, no, I'm, like, neutral and or nice to her. And so apparently that means we're friends. And I'm like, just because we have worked together for a while and I haven't, like, cussed you out doesn't mean we're friends.
Yeah. Like, the fucking nerve.
Like, and just don't, it's like, and she asks me, she keeps asking me like personal questions like that and everything. And I'm like, we're not friends. This is inappropriate. We are at work.
Well, and like, the thing is, it like, that shocks me is it's not like any situation where it would be appropriate, where like it was something that you had maybe talked about. Right. It got brought up one time and it's like, oh, like, hey, I know this might be a little like too personal, but like, is it related to that? And it's like, oh, you caught me actually. Ooh. Yeah, it is. Ooh. And it's like, no, I'm actually busy with your work.
Literally. I'm like, no, bitch. The source of stress that I've been talking about is me doing your fucking job, covering for your ass.
And she's just like,
yeah, right.
God, I mean, yeah, not even covering for her ass. Her ass is fully uncovered.
I'm just like, would you please do your own job? And she says, are you a father?
Are you going to be?
Are you going to be a father soon?
I'm sensing fatherhood in the room.
Is the fatherhood in the room with us right now?
Oh, I'm getting a little bit of daddy energy.
I'm sensing new fatherhood about.
I see something with you and kids. And it's just
no off-topic questions.
Mm-hmm. No.
I'm not joking, bitch.
Yeah, so I'm not here for
the workplace drama.
For workplace anything.
For talking, for participating.
Well, it's like, talk to me about work. We're coworkers.
Mm-hmm.
I understand there are lots of people who like, you know,
go to jobs.
Well, like, want to be friends with their coworkers, and I think that's great if everybody's on the same page. I have, you know, gotten some lovely friends from work. I
have coworker friends, but they are classified as coworker. It's a different type of friend.
It's a different kind of
friend.
Cool town. Yeah.
Although I would argue, is deeper.
He bridged the gap, but
he's
like
not like a work colleague.
Yes, like he's a friend who is a coworker.
Mm-hmm. Well, it used to be, I guess.
Yeah. Continental Drift.
I guess that's the difference. Is like we are still friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Except I was not friends with him at Jimmy John's.
Well, I couldn't abide that behavior.
I never forget.
And we shouldn't have to forgive.
Stan Gilbert.
But yeah, like, I don't know. I'm just like, we're not friends.
Mm-hmm.
We're coworkers. And I don't want to be your friend. So, like, we're not friends.
Yeah.
Period.
I mean, so like,
Period.
It's like we could kind of open it up a bit broader too to actually have like be a real podcast that talks about things.
Mm-hmm. That sounds horrifying.
I know, but
we can't just talk about Pokemon Go and the same topics that we've said for 2 years.
I love Pokemon Go. I'm always ready to talk about Pokemon Go. Well, actually, I do have a whole Pokemon segment, but it's actually to promote. I'm taking place.
It's your new sponsorship.
Yeah, kind of. Well, actually, I got to peep it. We'll open up this because I'll remember the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably make that the last segment then.
Okay.
But when it comes to coworkers and friendships, what is your experience with like dealing with like coworkers who think that they're much better friends with you than they are? Because I know for me, I'm very nice and naive a lot of times, and like I get myself into a corner with some people, but for the most part, I feel like you can kind of, there's like a knowing where like I guess you could do the same thing like my sister would call it, like sometimes you just vibe with people. And like you get that, and it's always weird when one person like doesn't catch the vibe.
Yeah, doesn't read the room on that.
They're not comfortable. Like I don't know, like I understand like human interaction enough to know that like Doyle, our friend Doyle. I love Doyle. I love his wife. I've been friends with them since high school. I have never once hung out at their house.
Right.
Except I think that one time they had a party. Although I don't even think it was their house. I think it was
even
Jason
theirs,
Jessica's.
Yeah.
That's right, with the cake. And like, but like every time we see them, it's always super fun because it's like great. And like, I think like those types of friendships are really, really valuable. And like, there's no need to have it be more than that. And like, everyone's cool with that. And I think that in the workplace, it changes things because of proximity and like wanting to do that. And so for you, like in your experience, like how do you navigate those types of relationships in the workplace?
I continue to be very kind to them to their face, which inadvertently gives them the wrong thought that I am their friend, and then I just complain about it off hours.
Oh yeah,
perhaps on a podcast. While doing nothing to actually, like, you know, reinforce a distance from that person, because
well, you kind of
have too much anxiety around the fact that I'm like, well, I can't just like be mean.
Yeah. Well, because that's not fun either.
Right. Well, it's like it's harder to set a boundary at work because it's work, and like there is that fear of, you know, like losing your job.
Yeah.
And like, because, you know, I don't know. That's like a part of it. Is it's literally of like, oh, well, if somehow that person got like really like offended at like, you know, me trying to be like, hey, we're not friends, so don't talk to me like that. I'm like, well, what if they then like took that to the boss, or took that to the boss or HR or something, and then for whatever reason they picked them over me, and then I'm out of a job when all I had to do was just like suck it up and be nice. So that's a fear that colors the entire experience.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it pays to be nice. Like, it's like, it tends to be my personal default because like,
I agree.
You can never really go wrong with it. But it is kind of fucked up when there's that like aside from like people that are cliquey, like, ooh, that's the type of shit. King of the Hill. You know who? You know people from King of the Hill. Okay, so think of somebody who was there in King of the Hill, one of the cast members.
Okay. Okay.
And then there was somebody in my department, larger department, who there was a lot of drama when there was some shifts done a couple years ago. You know who I'm talking about now? Okay. So someone like that where like, oh, wow, we get along really well, but you're someone who I should be very careful, like, getting along too well with.
Associating with.
Like, I never thought about it, but, like, I don't really, I will shit talk, quote unquote, like with you.
Right.
Because we actually know each other in real life. Yeah. And like, I would also argue it's different than when like shit talking work with Taylor, for example. Like Taylor's shit talking about work is, I'm like, damn, but she's type A. So like, it kind of like makes sense. But like, it's more of like, a lot of our criticisms are never like personality based or like it tends to be rooted in like your performance is subpar and this is frustrating.
Yeah, generally.
Like Carl. The eggs. Which it could have been anything. And I'm glad I settled on the deviled eggs because it's just as valid or invalid as any other reason of just like it's this weird, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, you can kind of feel like it's like, okay, like, oh, they like clearly are trying to just like, hey, like, you know, what are you guys doing this weekend? You guys like trying to like kind of like make friends, and like it's like like I never know why, like, it feels like you can tell that like there's like this unspoken social wall that they've climbed over, and it's so weird. Yeah. And like I don't understand it, like I don't understand how that happens, like why that happens, but that it is just something we deal with. And like I don't know if it's like a form of like deep-rooted like othering in some capacity. I mean, probably that's actually probably the most like blanket way to describe it, but like why it happens and how to actually like deal with it. Because like at the same time I'm like, well, you should be nice to people, and like, you know, if you were new and you get off to a rough start and it's like, okay, but he's spitting in trash cans and doesn't do his job and like is a menace. Yeah. And is also just a little uncomfortable. Like
it's hard to know how to like navigate that line of like, I don't want to be mean to anybody. Like, that's not my like default status. I'll bitch about anyone behind their back amongst other friends, but like just people like engaging with people
in eventing capacity,
right?
Too, because I would not say that you're like a mean bully. We have been called mean.
We
girls.
Have been called mean girls.
And I will fully like cop to that. But like it's never like I don't like making fun of people based on like their appearance or anything like that. Like not like childish bullying, like that sort of thing. More of just like, well, we just laugh a lot and we get our work done and we bully Ken. Yeah. Oh, those were the days. Yeah.
Yeah, but like navigating that like weird thing of it's like wanting to like, you know, be kind to everyone at work, even people that you don't necessarily get along with. But then like, so like that weird line that you run into with people like Carl, where it's like, well, you want to be like kind to him or whatever, because like, you know, there's nothing wrong per se, like no hard feelings, but it's also like, I don't want you to think though that like I want to interact with you in any way other than the bare minimum required for this job.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go to lunch. I don't want to be friends.
Because they can feel like there's no way that they can't feel it.
Well, I think a lot of people potentially like read it more of like, you know, like any sort of like reaching out to another person feels uncomfortable in the moment. And so what they tell you, you know, is that you always just have to like push through that to make the effort to like reach out, because otherwise no one will never touch if someone doesn't, you know, like go to that extra effort to reach out.
We look like here like this, like there's a black bar between us.
Like if someone doesn't overcome that initial discomfort and reach out, then like no one would ever connect. So I think in those moments, like those people, I'd like to think that at least some of them are thinking like, well, this discomfort is the natural discomfort of like strangers wanting to become closer. So I'm going to like, put out the olive branch and try. And I appreciate that. Like, that's like, that takes a lot of, like
courage.
To do that. And so then it feels bad to shut that down. But sometimes it's also like, I don't want to be closer to you.
And like, there's you don't have to be. There's no obligation. There's no rule that says you have to. But there is.
Right.
Like
it feels like you can't.
There's an there's this weird level of what is acceptable. What is the acceptable amount, which is something that like I struggle with is knowing, like, which is probably why I default to like, I'll just try to be friends with people until it's too late, because like you can't fuck up then.
Right.
Well, until until it's fucked. But like you then, at least, you cover your own ass in terms of like giving people the benefit of the doubt. And, it is good to do that, because sometimes like people just get off on the wrong foot, or like, they're not great. But then like, I also think about how, it's like seeing an old coworker, like Mr. 530. If I ever see him, I'm like, oh hey, like it's good to see you. Like, I hope you're doing well. And I'd like to have a very short 30-second conversation and move on.
Leave it at that and move along.
And I don't want to talk for a long time. I don't want to catch up. I don't want to fill you in on what's going on.
No.
But then, like, hot stepmom Shannon, I do want to talk to.
That's different.
She's great. She took us to Wendy's.
She did.
And I'll never forget that. I'll never forgive her.
I'll never forgive her for taking us to that Wendy's.
Just great. But then talking to other coworker. When you walk down that hallway past AP and you got ripped jeans.
And you hope no one sees you.
T. Oh. But yeah.
I realized. This is a callback to a few moments ago.
The past?
Yes. When we were discussing Carl and the eggs.
Yeah.
I realized we'll have to rebrand our Easter special.
Oh.
Men, eggs is a bit less apt now.
Oh, that's true. Well, we didn't do an Easter. Wait, when's Easter?
It's upcoming.
Oh, is that going to be the next? Do we have to do an Easter couch cast?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I did Rise.
We had talked about doing I believe, a combination Easter and National Rat Day.
Oh, rat eggs.
I think we did. I can't remember.
That we were younger then. There was a lot in the past.
Yeah, because we were actually talking about mice.
Okay.
And somehow there was not a National Mouse Day, and so we ended on National Rat Day. I've already forgotten again how we got there.
Mm-hmm. So you were talking about like how we got to the rats?
Yes, how we got to National Rat Day. Literally in the last episode, we had this discussion where I said, I don't remember why Rat Day is in my phone.
I don't know.
It has to do with something with a game. Mousetrap. We were going to play Mousetrap. That's it. We were going
to play Mousetrap. Oh, hell, do we have Mousetrap?
No.
Oh. Right.
Yeah, right.
You mind if we take a break for just a second?
Go for it.
All right. Okay, we're back.
And we're back.
I think Jordan had seen all of my meds on the table. I know this is a drastic change from
we're doing a bit of a conversation.
And he was like, oh, he goes, that's a lot of meds. I'm like, yeah, I feel like I'm in Ibiza. And he was just like, right.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, does he not? Like that was a fire joke.
Yeah.
And I
might not land.
No, just went over and like sweet boy, but just
yeah.
He's a good kid.
Something slipped past.
Yeah.
And then I have to go. Wait, did that not hit? Okay.
We're not moving forward until you understand.
Right. I'm like, hold on. I'm like, I got like a hesitant chuckle. And you don't understand that was like a guffawing banger. Yes. So we're gonna circle back until you understand why what I said was so funny.
We're gonna take a beat and circle back because, like, you know what though? Honestly,
we just need to follow up on these deliverables.
Yeah. So we got some action items in the queue because like that was a good there was a good fucking joke, and like it needs to be like at this point I don't care if you laugh.
Yeah.
You do need to understand that it was funny.
Yeah. Well, and like he and I understand each other enough that like he knows when I'm like even if I say something perfectly like flat and dry, like he knows if it's a joke even if he doesn't know why it should be funny.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem with that is then he'll give like a little half-hearted laugh, but I know that he doesn't know why it's funny. So I go, hold on.
You can tell by his laugh.
Yes.
That it's like,
because I know the real laugh. I know that was supposed to be funny. And like the way he said it was funny. So I'm going to laugh. And I'm like,
it's funny, but I don't really know why.
Right. And I'm like, no. I need a better laugh than that.
Yeah, we're gonna pump the brakes.
We need to explain why this was funny.
We gotta take a moment to have a dissertation
because
about why it's funny.
Because if there's one thing if we do, it's we make constant references to anything we've ever said that was even slightly funny.
Yeah.
So it's like this is gonna come back up, and you need to know in the future why it's funny when I say it again. So hold on.
And if you fight me on this, then I am going to go out of my way
to say it more.
Like I will beat the joke until it is dead.
Right.
I have no care. I'll then melt the joke into glue. And I'm going to do it to stick your two brain cells together until you can figure it out. On periods.
Periods?
Mm-hmm. Periods Jackson.
And the Thunder Thief.
Periods Jackson and the Thunder Thief.
The Thunder Thief.
Because he's stealing your thunder. That's Brandon's favorite book. The Thunder Thief.
Thunder Thief.
That was so good. Tell him.
You know, it's a great
feet longer.
Oh, it's a great. There's a picture on my phone. Sobered you up real quick.
Yeah. You got pictures on your phone?
I got a couple. There's a picture on my phone from a very long time ago. It's gone through many a phone.
How JPEG
port to port, like it's made the travels. And it's a picture of the television screen when I unlocked Pokefloats in Super Smash Bros. Melee, and it says, "Wow, it's a flotilla of Pokemon."
This is stupid.
And I'm just like, it is a flotilla of Pokemon. What? You better work, Pokefloats. I like Pokefloats.
I haven't played Pokefloats in forever.
It's because they never bring it back. It only is on Melee. They've refused to remake it.
Really?
Ever.
You'd think they bring all the maps to... So wait,
we have to
deal with Brinstar depths in every fucking game? Everyone loves Metroid. Don't you like how the map rotates? The big... You know what map is in Super Smash Bros. is shit?
Hole.
Yeah. There's a map called Hole. Is that from Mother?
It's from Mother 3.
It sounds like it would be.
Mother 3, unreleased in the US, but does have famously the map Hole.
Release the Hole.
Why will you not localize Hole?
The localization of this Hole.
Subs versus dubs when it comes to Hole.
I got Braille. We should get that checked.
What map were you talking about?
I hate Brinstar Depths. I don't like the Mega Man map that has the big dude.
Stupid yellow dude.
Yeah.
I'm just like, get out.
I don't like that.
Get out.
I like how they're like, the maps are interesting because they change. No, not when there's
incorrect.
Stupid shit.
Yeah, that's
you know what's a good map that changes?
Tell me.
Pokemon Stadium.
That part.
Because it's great because it goes back.
Yes.
There's always
we gotta go back.
3-day cycle. I was watching the 5-hour co-op speed run from 2016, and I'm like, this is good comfort.
Yeah.
And I liked it. Also, when I asked Sin, hey, do you mind if I put on some do you mind if I put something on to comfort myself? And they said, sure. So I just played the Imperium finale. It's good.
Very comforting.
To me, it was. Look, I know just enough to be a nightmare to people who actually know. And, you know, I got to make them do a little.
Do you remember on the last Couch Cast when you hit yourself on the head with the mic?
I did.
You did.
I hit myself pretty hard, didn't I?
You did. You did do that.
Yeah, I'm not the smartest. I wasn't the smartest man.
Well, it's because of the impact.
Yeah. But I wasn't smart before that. You ever hurt yourself so bad it made you retroactively
Time is
stupid?
a closed loop, you know?
It's a loop. It's a loop. Oh, no, not a time loop. Oh. Time loops. That's what I felt like I was in every day in that fucking hospital.
You'd rather have been in a Fruit Loop.
Oh.
After the lack of solid food.
Mm-hmm. Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loop would have got you right.
Dude, I would have fucked up some Fruit Loops.
I would have fucked a Fruit Loop.
Yeah, absolutely. I would have said,
Crunch, crunch, munch, munch.
Give me all those extra chemicals that
They
the
all
US
taste
puts
the
in.
same.
Yeah.
They're all the same flavor.
No.
They are, but that's okay.
I don't want them to be.
But that's okay.
I think it's better that they all taste the same.
You know what I think would be fun?
What?
Going to Six Flags. Also,
Yeah, what?
it would be a lot of fun.
God, whoa. Is it open? I don't think I can go
Is
right
the
now.
bus still running?
I don't think going
I
on a
don't
roller
think you
coaster
could go
would
on a
be
roller coaster right now. I think we should maybe hold off on that.
I go on Twisted Colossus and just die.
Well, it would catch on something.
My bag!
You go on Tatsu, we hit the top of the loop, and your bag catches.
It just rips it out of me. And it's just.
I'm not joking, bitch.
You want to talk about Hewll?
Oh, the honey.
One will get left behind.
I'll show you the whole.
What was the other thing that I was going to say? Skittles. I think it'd be fun if every Skittle was the same flavor. And they all tasted like all the flavors blended together. Like when you grab a handful of Skittles and you just crunch, crunch, munch,
They should call them
munch.
Skittles Max.
They should. Yes. Mega Skittles Max.
Skittles 1. Skittle.
Taste
we want
the
a bag
one.
of Skittle? Taste the one.
I think that'd be
Feel what
fun.
it feels to eat Skittle 1. Fucking donkey punch.
I mean, it would work though, because like
Yeah.
if Fruit Loops all taste the same, why not all M&Ms all taste the same? The Skittles could all taste the same. That'd be pretty cool, I think.
Yeah. My son.
Jigglypuff doesn't have
Hole.
something to hold that with. How do you feel about female Wobbuffet rocking that sickening red lip?
I think it's work.
I think it's hunty.
Yeah,
I think it's tea.
I think it serves Wabacunt.
Well, cunt.
Yeah, I didn't have a good one for that, but I always find it really funny because it feels like the most like weirdly low effort like gender difference, which actually the worst gender difference Pokemon in my opinion.
The hole.
No.
Is it the Torchic butthole?
No, what?
That's the gender difference of Torchic.
No.
It's a single pixel butthole.
No way.
Yes, male Torchic has a butthole.
That is insane.
Female Torchic doesn't.
Well, because girls don't poop.
Well, famously.
That's why they have me on
So you
stool
got a sack.
softeners. Yeah. I didn't take my Miralax today, but I've been pooping, so it's fine.
Built to last. Relax.
Mm.
What's your least favorite gender? What were you going to say about gender?
Hippowdon.
drastically genderly different.
Yes, because
I always
every
think it's
time.
a shiny.
Yes, that's why that part.
It's upsetting.
I think that Pikachu having a heart tail or a sharp tail, great,
That's
wonderful.
cool.
Eevee having a different haircut,
Mm-hmm.
gender stereotypes. Not happy about that.
But we are happy about the gender stereotyping of lipstick on Wobbuffet.
Well, yeah. How else would you know it's a lady Wobbuffet?
Lashes.
You're right. A bow.
A sickening nail. A set.
Work. Well, actually, that would be funny because, like,
They should put lipstick on the tail.
no, they should put lashes on the tail.
They should put. Oh my God! Yes.
I wonder if they do.
There should be lashes
there
on
is.
the tail.
Because technically, I believe like this is Wobbuffet,
Right.
And then like this is a fake. Like this is their defense. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Right. Yeah. I don't think any of them went the lashes direction. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Like just big, like 305s. You know, like just like the blinky lashes. I think that'd
like
be fun.
just like they're just put on.
Yeah.
And like if you hit them with a physical attack, like part of their lashes come off, and they get like an attack boost.
Male Baneri.
Because they're like,
I'm not joking, bitch.
Male Baneri should be wearing false lashes. I think that'd be a fun twist. A subversion of gender standards.
you're right.
Boys
Why
have
not?
long lashes. Why not?
They really do.
Yeah.
It is nice.
Just things to think about, Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, now I kind of want to I want to see all of the gendered Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, I've never looked at like a full list.
Are there male Jigglypuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's like Meryl is considered like a trans icon because
Okay.
there's a chance. I don't know if it's in the more recent games, but at least in the older games, there's a chance that your male Meryl, when it evolves, changes gender
Nice.
to female. I don't know if it's due to a bug or whatever. So but one of those cool representation.
We love that.
We love icons. But
Trailblazers.
truly. I mean, but then we also have Gardevoir, who is very clearly a femme Pokemon, and it can be a boy.
Yeah.
And then they were like, "Well, we'll make one for boys then." And they
That
gave
can't
us
be a
Gallade.
girl.
Yeah, Gallade cannot be a girl.
So we can't have, the girl's got to be in the dress. The boy
Yeah.
can also be in the dress.
Yeah, but the
girl can't be in pants.
Girl can't wear pants.
No.
No.
Yeah, that was a choice. That was a choice.
That was. Look, I don't know.
Isn't it gendered split now though? Can't you not get a male Gardevoir anymore once they added Gallade?
Well, the only way to get Gallade is to use a Dawnstone. Like you have to use an item on Curlia. So I think you still could make a male Gardevoir. It's not gender locked.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I know you can make a male Lopunny.
Yes, which is dope.
I have a alpha
Hell
male Lopunny in
word.
Arceus.
And
he does his little kicks.
I'm so excited for Legend ZA. That's gonna look like so much fun.
But not till next year. When's that Princess Peach game coming out?
I think it's out.
Oh, work.
Yeah,
We got to play that in our cosplay.
We do. We got to do the cosplay.
Dr. Baby Rosalina.
and
Back
and
in
Peach.
studio.
Is it Peach? I don't know who we were doing.
I think you were gonna be Daisy.
I'm Daisy. Well, because my hair is brown, but not anymore.
Yeah.
But it still works. Who gives a shit? Punk Daisy.
Yeah. We'd have to go back to the episode and see
We
what we
have to
said.
go back.
We have to go back.
No, yeah, that looks really fun. I was trying to think of there's definitely been some cool games that are coming out, but I've been playing. I played a little bit on stream yesterday because I finally streamed again since my move and going to the hospital, and had a lot of time to think about what do I want to do, and I'm like, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should stop thinking about what I want to do and just start doing shit.
Yeah.
I thought about that as I'm crying in my own sweat and nastiness and grime.
Feminine waste.
My feminine waste with my little purse, my little fluids. I got this is for my hospital girlies.
Yes.
Some representation. It's my cool ostomy bag.
That's bad.
Right. Right.
We need crickets. That's one we need on here. That'd be good.
That would be a good one.
Oh man. Okay. What was I gonna say? Yeah. Oh yeah. I was playing a Soul Silver randomizer. And very fun. Beat Faulkner yesterday, and then went to the Ruins of Alf, where each unknown, the different unknown, is randomized to be different. First thing I get is Reggie Rock, and I'm like, I would like a Reggie Rock. You know, it just goes girl goals. You know, I just want to look like that.
Randy Rock.
It just used explosion.
Oh.
It's very disappointing.
Oh no.
And it's just like, well, fuck you too, bitch. Damn. Yeah, so the one thing is, so I don't know if I had mentioned this before, but I got invited to take part in like a VGC tournament.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My Wolfie Glick era. I'm here for it.
Friend of the channel, another friend of the channel.
Another friend of the channel. He is. He doesn't know yet.
When we do the tier list of friends of the channel, Wolf Glick is in there.
Which is just people that we like that are not friends of the channel.
They're friends of the channel.
Marky Moo is.
Marky Moo, longtime friend of the channel.
Mm-hmm.
Paul.
Yeah, Paul Tossi. It has to be top 3.
Wolfie. Wolf Glick, to be clear.
Not you, Wolfie.
Wolfie.
He's not even caught up on the podcast.
That part. That's why I can't be friend of the channel if you're not even caught up.
If you give me more bits, then maybe. Gosh. No, so I got invited by, I was on Twitter, and Rydog Rambles, who's a VTuber on Twitch, had posted something looking for people, so I decided on a whim that, like, hey, I don't have a lot of experience competitive battling, but I'd love to try. So it's a generational cup.
Okay.
So it's going to be a tournament. It's going to be this Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So I'll be live probably around 9 a.m., 10 a.m. And I'll be like, you know, like I gotta work on the team this week. That's like,
gotta catch a shiny.
So
shiny hunting.
So that's also part of it. So I was like, it was basically the way that it worked is like no legendaries.
Yes.
It's in Scarlet and Violet, so it has to be a Pokemon from there. You everyone gets to represent a generation.
Okay.
And you are allowed to use Pokemon that like for example, if you have Gen 1, you can use Annihilate.
Okay.
Because it like
originate.
Yeah, I believe so. Or I'm not sure exactly if that one's allowed.
A Galarian Weezing.
Yeah. So the thing is that by the time I got there,
all the good Pokemon were taken.
Well, so I took Gen 3.
Okay.
Which does not. It's in that weird
Torchic.
where like if it's part of it.
Torchic Butthole. Blaziken.
So Blaziken's on the team. I spent
Blaziken.
Exactly. Well,
Latios. No, you can't.
I don't know enough about competitive battling. Where like part of me was like, ooh, I could do like Ludicolo with Pelipper to do like a rain dish like weather team.
Yes.
But I don't know enough. I don't know anything more than that, like
Wolf
to capitalize it. Probably. Ooh, maybe I could use Relicamp and something. Wolf probably could. I'm like, I kind of want to reach out on Coco's server because she has a lot more like Pokemon professional, like people that battle a lot, to get some like advice. But the rough team that I came up with, are based on shinies I already have in Scarlet Violet. Because like I do not think I will win this tournament. I do not believe that to be
wild
the case.
if it did though.
You're right. So I'm just picking ones that are fun. So you do have to use a starter from your generation.
Okay.
So Blaziken, because firefighting is great coverage. Although I was thinking about doing Swampert, decided against it. And I would not use the other one.
Torterra?
No, that's Gen 4.
Okay.
A Sceptile. Well, Sceptile is dope, but
the shiny's great.
Yeah.
Actually, the final form I like a lot. That is Sceptile, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Trico. Trico bothers me.
I love Trico. He's a little shit.
Trico's a little shithead.
He's probably like he's got so much personality.
I like Septile a lot. I was letting my anger at Trico seep in.
Of course.
Because my shiny Septile is one of my pride and joys. The brightest of blues. I love him dearly for that.
Very pretty. Much better than Blaziken with its muted colors. For shiny colors.
For what he started as, Torchic?
They just like flattened it and made it matte.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I figured like, okay.
Swampert's pink.
I figured Angry Fire Chicken was going to be silly, but then Blaziken's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The shiny's nothing impressive though, if that's what we're.
But if we're talking, I was solely discussing.
Oh,
the
just
shiny.
the shiny. Yeah.
In
It's
terms
just sort of like
like
we're just gonna turn the color down a little
honestly,
bit.
Gen 3, all 3 are bangers.
Yeah.
And in particular, the megas are all bangers too.
Yeah.
Like I love my shiny Swampert. Although Swampert is the least cool one out of the 3. Shiny wise, no, he's the coolest.
Yeah.
But, so I have Blaziken, which I do not have a Torchic. So I either got to trade with somebody or I got to keep doing a bunch of blueberry quests so that I can unlock another research thing. Yeah, I can unlock them to get out into the biome, which is cool. That's how that DLC works. Then what did I do? Metagross for Psychic Steel coverage.
Metagross.
Nasty, stinky. But I did get a shiny. Stinky. Work. I do have a shiny in Scarlet Violet though, so like work. Flygon for the ground dragon typing. Pretty good coverage. I'm like, ooh, I could do a Sandstorm team.
To be clear, I love Metagross.
Metagross is great.
Shiny Metagross is the best thing that ever happened to that game.
It is fucking amazing. Because I have a shiny Flygon as well, named Ariel, like in my like Aerial Acrobatics, like in Pokemon Go. And so I was like, hey, I honored him. So I figured, oh, I've already got 2 shinies. That'll be cute. Gardevoir for Psychic Fairy coverage, and then I think what were the last 2? I'm trying to remember. I think I was gonna do Breloom for like fighting. No, it was gonna be fighting grass, and then I got rid of that. I swapped in Ludicolo for the water grass coverage, and then I can't remember what the last one is. Oh,
were you going with the Pelipper?
Maybe I might go with Pelipper. I have like some options, but I have to like get back to them, like because like the tournament's in like 4 or 5 days.
Right.
It's this weekend. It's March 31st, 30th,
something like that.
What is the day of the week?
Tuesday?
No. Well, today is.
Yes. 30th is the Saturday.
Yeah. So it's on the 30th, 2 p.m. Eastern. So I got to like finalize my team and get it back to them so that like it's all approved, quote unquote, that I'm not using anything.
You're not trying to sneak in a mythical.
Yeah, pretty much. Because like otherwise, Jirachi, baby.
You're not trying to sneak in a Phanpy or something silly like that.
A little silly guy.
Well, like silly Phanpy holding an Eviolite.
Oh, actually, that's smart. That is some good shit. Like it's tough.
I watch
like
Wolf Click.
it's just hard because I'm like like there's not a lot of like alternate versions of those Gen 3 ones in particular.
Yes,
because they got megas.
Yeah.
So like I'm like
megas are coming back, baby.
I'm like if it was Gen 2, I'd have so many more options. If it was Gen 4, I'd have so many more options. But like I also love Gen 3. I really wanted Gen 5. That was the one I wanted, but like 3 people had already like selected that
Which
they
one's
wanted.
Gen 5?
Gen 5's Unova, black and white,
yes.
which is like Snivy, the pigeon,
Trash,
Scraggy, Klefki,
Vanillux.
Yes. Excadrill in particular, which is really good. Like Excadrill, Golurk, Volcarona,
Oshkosh,
Green Bay,
Appleton.
My dragged my mother. So yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited for that. I mean, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
But like, I was more nervous before I had a team, and I realized, okay, we're just gonna sit and just like look up which ones are in this fucking game that I can use, and then use them. So that's tea.
And that's tea.
So hopefully I win, and I think it's like the winner gets like 5,500 bits, which is like $55.
Nice.
So like, could get me out of a couple of jams. They can help me with that hospital bill that's coming.
Oh no.
Same brain. So.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. So that's kind of the exciting thing, with moving, just getting unpacked, and we'll slowly be working on the new studio.
Mm-hmm.
As I continue to get more stuff kind of moved out of the way. That'll be a fun thing for us to work on, probably a weekend here soon. Because we gotta milk the couch cast for as long as we can.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
OVA.
it's work. It's great. You're using the step stool, which I find very, very creative.
It's working well.
Yeah, with the lights in particular.
Yeah.
So, and I think like cameras are good.
Yeah.
We look like pussy. We take you to the back and show you the front.
Touch toes.
Tinkle toes.
Dun, dun, dun.
I haven't been watching Drag Race.
But it's been watching you.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Why? So Rue watches over me in the hospital and says, "Rise, my queen."
And says, if you can't love yourself,
how in the hell you
you're gonna love somebody else? Can I get more subscribers on Paramount Plus?
World of Wonder.
That's what Whoop says.
Whoople.
Whoople.
Whoop. On Whooper Paul. A little whooper in drag. With big old
Whooper
titties.
would look great in drag. No arms, big boobs,
Work.
padded out hips.
Oh, honey.
But work the whoop. Whoop whoop.
You know what? That would be a fun little. Which Pokemon would be great in drag?
There was that one clip where it was
Ludicolo, obviously.
Well, I mean,
Is Ludicolo not already in
Ludicolo
drag?
is already in drag.
Lady
sorry
Wabafoot?
sorry that you don't see alt drag as like valid, but Ludicolo is already in drag. Thank
It's
you
a
very
little
much.
avant-garde, but... Quiet on set. Oh, did you hear about all that?
no.
They released... I mean, this isn't like news to anybody who's paid attention, in my personal opinion.
Okay.
But there was a documentary that came out, Quiet on Set, about Nickelodeon and about Dan Schneider.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of the shit.
And the problem.
Yeah. With the whole nasty... Yeah.
A problem.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
As a fun note, I did get slimed once at Nickelodeon Studios, like their theme park, whatever thing. There was a thing, and I got slimed, and that was cool.
Yeah.
And now it's not cool.
Yeah.
It was gross. Anyway, yeah, that shit was fucked up. Oh, yeah. I'm like looking at the green light.
Green light.
Green light.
Green means go.
Oh. Pussy.
Pussy.
Welcome to the Hell Yeah Pusscast.
Welcome. What's the opposite?
Period.
Period.
Uh-huh.
What's the goodbye equivalent to welcome?
See ya. I don't know.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, it's not one word.
Yeah.
What's the antithesis of welcome? It's goodbye.
Right, but
No.
goodbye is too broad. Because welcome is not the same as hello.
No, it's not. I mean, let's look up an antonym.
It's almost not even necessarily the opposite, but it's like the call and response to it. What is its mirror? And that hello is goodbye. What is welcome's closure of the event?
Welcome antonym.
Unwelcome.
Adjective unwelcome. Noun would be rebuff or farewell.
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 Farewell feels like
Farewell
farewell
to the
from the
farewell from the Hell Yeah Couch Cast. That would actually be really cute.
There you go.
We give them a farewell.
A stinky little way out.
Farewell.
Farewell.
No. Farewell. No.
Yeah.
Farewell. Shit piss. Fuck.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Okay, we'll see you guys next week.
Which of us is going to hit it? Now we both have the power. Oh.
You could hit it. You could hit it.
Tell 3 friends about the podcast and sound off in the trough below, you little content-loving hog, rolling around in the pig pen, clamoring for more slop.